Okay, so first I'd like to talk a little bit more about developing your voice and use some examples for this. As I was saying a few moments ago, using enthusiasm in your voice is very important because you want to keep your listeners and your audience engaged. Let's first talk about a radio DJ. A radio DJ is going to talk more than any other kind of DJ. A radio DJ is going to want to keep their audience engaged and invoke a response from them. To invoke a response from their listeners, that means that they want their listeners to keep on listening or to come back at a later time and listen again. So let's say that a song just ends and a radio DJ says this. "That was not the only one by Sam Smith. The time is now 8:42. Okay, so while that might have seemed okay, a little more enthusiasm in the voice, as well as putting a little more emphasis on what you're saying about not only the music, but everything else within that sentence. So it needs to go something like this. "That was not the only one by Sam Smith. What a career he's going to have. I can see him going far in the next few months and years to come. It's now 8:42 in the morning. What a beautiful day this is starting out to be." So now you can hear the difference. So he's putting an emphasis on the artist that he just played. He's putting emphasis and enthusiasm within his voice. And he's putting emphasis on the other topic he started talking about the time of day. A club DJ is probably going to talk the least out of any other kind of DJ. Now let's talk about being a mobile DJ. There's always going to be times when you're a mobile DJ that you're going to make special announcements or even introduce yourself. So it's the same thing with a mobile DJ, that you're going to want to invoke a response from the audience. If you plan on doing weddings as a mobile DJ, then sometimes you'll be asked to be an MC. What an MC does is introduces people and makes special announcements. So people hold big weddings because not only do they want to share in their special day with loved ones, but they also want a little bit of recognition. A mobile DJ invokes a response from the crowd in order to get them that recognition. So at the beginning of the night, rather than saying, "Welcome to Steve and Judy Parker's wedding," that's not invoking a response from the crowd, and nor is it sounding enthusiastic. So, and I'm just using my and my wife's name as an example here. So rather than doing that, you should at the beginning of the night, "Welcome to the wedding of Steve and Judy Parker!" And you'll hear the crowd clap for sure. So now here's an example of a DJ for the bride and groom's first dance. "I'd like to call the bride and groom to the dance floor now for their first dance." So while that may sound professional, there's no enthusiasm, nor is it invoking a response from the crowd. So let's try this. "Okay, we're going to have the bride and groom come to the dance floor now, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. and Mrs. Parker!" Automatic clap from the crowd. Now the same thing goes for the end of the first dance, where you want to invoke a response from the crowd. "Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. and Mrs. Parker!" And it has enthusiasm there and makes the crowd clap. Now notice I didn't say, "Let's hear it for Mr. and Mrs. Parker." I just said, "Ladies and gentlemen, Miss," and I said it in a way that's enthusiastic, and I said it in a way that's a build-up, so that the crowd automatically recognizes this as a point that yes, we want to clap for them because of the way we've heard this. Now there's nothing wrong with asking your crowd to respond to something throughout some of your shows, but crowds don't always want to respond when you ask them to. So as a mobile DJ or a club DJ, sometimes you can go, "Let's hear you make some noise!" And the crowd responds. So as a DJ, make it interesting by not talking too much and drag it out, and not talking too little. Put emphasis in your voice and do it in a way that you're not always asking the crowd to respond to you.